Right, here I am again. Another evening, another metal detecting trip. Another night on the beach for a couple hours, maybe just an hour. I am getting a little bit of a late start. Let's see if I can get the sunset here. See, it's pretty much all dark out. Traffic's still heavy though, for it being almost 9 o'clock. Yeah, I got a bit of a walk. Try to adjust my focus a little. See if that does anything. Yeah, I got a bit of a walk ahead of me. It's a gorgeous evening. Probably in the low 80s right now. It was way hotter earlier. But we had a sea breeze come through about 20 minutes ago and darkened the skies a lot, but no rain. We're not quite to June 1st yet, so we're getting the daily cloud buildups almost to the point where it rains, but it doesn't quite rain yet. Well, we did have a 60% chance today, but the way the weather pattern works, at least for Pinellas County, well, West Pinellas County, is that if the storms develop and they start to shift east, we won't get a drop of rain, which is exactly what's happening today, or already happened. The whole peninsula was full of thunderstorms today, but not us. Actually, even St. Pete, I think, got a storm earlier today, like down around the downtown area. But no thunder, no rain, no nothing. Not over here, not when the weather pattern moves east. When it moves west, it's almost a guarantee that we'll get rain. So, yeah, but there for a minute, that's why I'm getting kind of a late start, because I was packing up. Then I looked outside and noticed the wind was picking up. I'm like, oh great, it's gonna thunderstorm now, isn't it? And it even got dark. You can't really tell anymore. Those clouds that are way out there, they're falling apart now, but they were a lot bigger when they were directly overhead. But it brought a sudden wind gust, which is the sea breeze. And it lowered the humidity by a lot, and it lowered the temperature at least 10 degrees. And it's almost instantaneous when it does that. Folks who live in the Midwest, you might know what I'm talking about with a storm front. Like right before the rain gets there, those straight line winds pick up, gets really windy, and then the skies just open up, and it's like one of the 10 plagues, wrath of God. Just an absolute waterfall, torrential rain. But yeah, we get that on the regular almost every day. But yeah, that's why the flag right there is flying westward. Despite all the storms moving east, that flag the wind's blowing west. But all day, all the way up till about 20 minutes ago, the wind was blowing the opposite way. It was blowing east, not west. But then that sea breeze, the Atlantic sea breeze, overpowered the Gulf sea breeze, and it forced the weather toward our direction, which changed the wind direction too. So yes, it's a bit breezy right now, but it will calm down probably in the next 10-15 minutes. So there probably will be a little windy up there on the beach, but it should calm down. I mean, it actually kind of is already calming down. I didn't check to see if there's a beach access point here, but I'm sure there is. There has to be. Yeah, there is. I already see it. But check this out. The moon and Venus right next to each other. It's very cool. The moon, it moves relatively slowly. It takes, if I'm not mistaken, it takes 28 days for the moon to orbit the Earth all the way around one time. It takes about 28 days. Hence the phases of the moon. That's the whole reason. That's why the moon changes phases. Because the moon doesn't spin. Wouldn't matter if it spun or not. If it was in a fixed position and it didn't revolve around the Earth, if it just sat where it was, we would never see any moon phases. Even if it rotated. If it rotated, it would just be you would just see the geographical changes Okay, this is where I detected earlier. I can't get in through here, but I'm gonna go around and see if I can find a spot. I think there might be an access spot down this way. But this is good. That's this building. I mean, obviously it's the front of the building, but that's exactly where I stopped detecting last night. Like right about here, either, yeah, I think it was that teal building, possibly. I think that's maybe where I stopped. Okay, there's a lady walking her dog, even though dogs aren't allowed on the beach. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she probably came from it. Oh wait, no. Is this it? Yep, we're good here. Public beach, access. I don't think I came down this entrance before. Oh, that's too bad. You can't really see those clouds out there. You kind of can, but nah, not really. Let me see if I can stop up here in just a sec. Wow, it's so quiet. Damn. Oh yeah, the weather's fantastic too. It's freaking amazing. It really dried out a lot. Still humid, but not that bad. Okay, let me see if I can get these clouds in here before it gets too dark. Whoops. Nah, it's not gonna happen. That's too bad. Oh well, it is what it is. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead, pause this real quick. Okay, so I got my light on. I am gonna start here at the edge of the sand dune where that beach access is, right where that palm tree is. That's where I came in. Somebody's got a tent set up out there. And then there's this sign here with some trash cans. So this should be a pretty good marker. Even though it's dark over here, all these buildings they're all closed up. But yeah, there's all those lights right there. Those are people with flashlights. Not exactly sure what they're up to. Probably shell hunting or who knows, crabs. I don't know. But all right, let me go ahead and fire this baby up as my, there we go. All right. I only got 2 bars left in my battery, but it should last me for tonight at least. So, all right, I'll go ahead and get started and I'll come back here in 3, 2, 1. All right, got my first find. Should be right about here, but this sand is just so smooth right now. Of course, the camera's being crappy again. Very smooth. Hopefully that's the case all the way. Well, that's wishful thinking. There's gonna be tons of footprints down by the water. It's nice. The fewer the footprints there are, the easier it is to spot my own footprints, and I don't end up walking crooked, getting disoriented in my direction and all that. Happens all the time to me. But I always try to maintain a straight line, and I do, as long as I see my footprints. All right. That said, let's get started here. The first hit should just be iron. Oh. Alrighty. Just like a nail. Basically a nail. Really rusted out. Been down there for a long time. All right, next one. Okay, and I made it to the seaweed line. That's where I got to stop and turn around. I should have came out here a little earlier. The tide is way, way out. It's got to be at its lowest point that I can possibly get. That's why it's so quiet out here. I mean, like, well, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen a low like that before. It's got kind of like creepy tsunami vibes to it. It's like, why is it so quiet? That's a false reading. When I get close to the edge of the beach, if you're new to the video, or edge of the seaweed line, my metal detector starts to go on the fritz. It doesn't like wet sand. When it reaches wet sand, it just starts beeping like crazy. That was a false alarm. Usually false alarms have that high-pitched beep. There's a crab down there somewhere. Either that or he's out of his hole exploring, looking for food right now. Just in my other video, was it last night? I think it was last night. I caught up to a crab. He was a white crab. And yeah, I kind of chased him around a little bit. I kept my distance. I was just trying to get a decent video or clip or something. I should have used that as my thumbnail, actually. Come to think of it. Maybe I'll use it in this video's thumbnail, maybe, who knows. But all right, I've reached the sand dune. So I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna use my footprints that are right there. And I'm gonna walk up alongside them so I can maintain a straight line. And I'll come back in 3, 2, 1. Just as I thought, the wind died down a lot. It's just now picking up, just because I said that, of course, but for the last minute or so, it was dead still. This says it could be a ring. I'm guessing it's a bottle cap. Very, very often, especially Corona. Corona, I don't know what they put in their metal, but they give off the false reading that it's, oh, hey, what do you know? Check that out. Poor kid lost his Hot Wheel. This would be the third that I found, second that I've kept. The reason I'll hang on to this is because there's no indication that this kid's coming back. It's just like a race car. It's pretty cool. Let me see if there's a year on here. There's pretty often they got a year on here, right? 186. Yada yada, Hot Wheel. I don't see a year on here. I can always check it online. I'm sure there's a Hot Wheels website or something if I can find the date. The other one that I kept was from 2010, I think it was. No, it was a 2012. There was a shell of a truck that I found that it was just on top of the beach. It wasn't even metal. That was the 2010. But yeah, this kid obviously, I mean, it was buried that far down. And there's no way that they're long gone by now. But the third one that I found, it was up on Indian Rocks Beach. There was this really nice looking sandcastle, and it hadn't really been messed with or eroded away. It looked like they had been out there earlier that day. And I was metal detecting around it, and I found, I think it was a police car, a Hot Wheels police car. And at first I was gonna hang on to it. I was like, well, why not? I mean, what are the odds that this kid's gonna come back? And then I was just thinking, you know what? They could be staying here. Their hotel could be right down the street. They could live up here for all I know. So I just made the choice. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with it? I don't have any kids young enough to really care about Hot Wheels. So I just set it up on top of the sandcastle and just kept on moving. I'd do the same with that if I had any reason to think that even there'd be a slim possibility that kid might come back the next day. I mean, kids. I mean, for all you know, it's their favorite toy, like that police car that I left behind. I mean, I hope the kid did come back. It's really hard to tell with kids. Some toys they couldn't give two craps about, but there's other toys, and some of the ones you least suspect, like they got it out of a vending machine or a claw machine, or just some cheap knockoff toy, just some crummy made in China replica, whatnot. Turns out to be their absolute favorite toy, and then when they lose it, they're completely devastated. Oh, all right. That's a strong signal. That's a good one. It's not any louder. It's just very consistent. Every time I wand it over, it beeps. That's what I mean by a strong signal. I'm not saying that it's strong as in loud. It's just consistently beeping, letting me know, see, that there's definitely something here. Oh, okay. Just a metal wire. Who knows? Fence, coat hanger, who knows? I don't know. Just a piece of metal. Just another item to clean off the beach so people don't have to worry about stepping on it. And let's hit up the next one. Here we're at the next one, only like 2 steps away from where that coat hanger looking thing was. Nail. Nailed it. Wind's picking up, making my camera bob a bit. See, it's focusing great now. That's good. Looks like it just needed a restart for whatever reason. Yeah, but this ring light, it's a bit flimsy. That's why sometimes it appears that the camera bounces. It's just, it's kind of hard to explain. The bottom of the ring light that mounts to the tripod has very, very little surface area. It's about as wide as a screw, so very poor engineering, in my opinion. I mean, it would have taken like no extra cost or any effort to make the fixture that you connect it to the tripod to make it a little wider. But whatever, this thing was like 15 bucks. I mean, you can't complain if something like that is that cheap. All right, turn around point, and I will come back in 3, 2, 1. Let's try out this one. Another strong signal. Should be right here. Should be. Oh, there we are. Oh, there it is. Just another wire. Little piece of trash. Speaking of which, there's another little piece of trash right there. Throw that out. Put that in my portable trash can. All right. Next one here. Nope. I have to get the shovel out. But if it's down there, I may have sifted it around, so try this out. Just make sure. All right, here we are. Yeah, it's right in the middle. That's what it says. Could be a stake. You still dug in. Let's get that shot. No? Possibly could have dug it out. Yeah, looks like I did. Good. Here we are. It's in there somewhere. There we are. Another nail. Just getting nailed left and right tonight. That was in good shape though. All right, next. Here's the next one. I was gonna say, I didn't check the depth. Feels like it's right underneath here. Another nail. What the heck? Maybe well, this doesn't look like a roofing nail. It's not threaded or anything. I'm wondering if like maybe they built something recently around here. Like maybe they like somebody maybe have built a deck or something. I mean, it's dark, I can't really tell, but that's happened when I've metal detected before around construction areas, like where they're building a house. There's one up in Indian Shores. I'm in Redington Beach right now. But there was an area. It was in Indian Shores, and I think that was the place where I found like 4 or 5 of those 9-inch nails, like right out in front of that construction spot. I don't know if that was exactly where they came from or if somebody just left them all. That I'm not sure, but I mean, since there was a building under construction right in front of where I found them, I assume that's where they were originally from. All right, next one. All right, I got my next spot here. I'm kind of in between 2 dunes. You can barely see it there right behind that trash can. And then here's the other dunes right here. So it's like a little beach cove, like an inlet kind of. And I got a hit right here. How deep is it? 4. So shouldn't be too hard to get at. This sand is just, I mean, it's just super, super fine. I mean, it's just like, it's getting caught in the wind. It's just blowing away. But yeah, super, super fine. I mean, it's like those, like, you know, like those little mini tabletop sandboxes you can get. It's a little screw. Not little, but screw. The sand is exactly like that. It's like that company came out here and just took a truckload of sand and just started packaging it in these little mini sandboxes that come with those little bamboo rakes and pebbles and whatnot. That's what this sand reminds me of. Super, super fine. It's not rocky. I mean, there's shells and stuff in here, but I'm sure a lot of it is wind erosion, just blowing the sand back here to the back of the beach where it just accumulates in that super fine powder form. Yeah, it's very pleasant. Especially back here where there's no fire ants. I mean, I've had pretty bad luck with fire ants the last few outings, with the exception of last night. Last night I think I was good. I think it was over the weekend I got bit a few times by fire ants. Little bastards. All right, next hit. Right there. Give or take maybe a few inches. What's the depth here? 5, really? All right. Oh, I think I just felt something. No, maybe not. Might have been that. Oh, all right. Something down here. Maybe I did hit something and I just didn't get it out. Just watching the scoop. And every time I throw it out, just see if there's a piece of metal that flies out. Which very well could have just happened. No? No, it beeped. I heard it. All right. See if I can zero in on this a little better. Okay. Somewhere around over here. Oh wait, is this gonna? Oh, you know what? That might be it right there. Yep, that's gonna be it. A lot of help you were. Just a little piece of metal. Maybe formerly a nail. It comes to a point, so I'm sure it used to be a nail. It's just missing the head. All right, next one. This one only says 3 bars, so I'm going to try to reach in and just see if I can grab it. No, I haven't had very good luck with that lately. Tent stakes are easier to reach down there and just grab them. Said it was only 3 bars. Should be pretty close to the top here. No? No worries. Definitely hitting up there. Was it still saying? Yeah, it's still saying 3 bars deep. Where in the world's getting that from? Yeah, that's definitely not. Oh, did I hit something? I was gonna say it wanted to beep. Got it? No. Here it is. Another nail. Yeah. Yep, another nail. All right. Really cleaning up these people's beach out here. Whole bunch of nails I'll have to step on. Now, there's that. Throw that away. Had my eye on that. I thought maybe it was a piece of foil because it was glistening. But nope, just some cellophane. All right, next. All right, this hit really close to the seaweed there. Can almost see the water. It's gonna be right here. So this sand is more packed in. Let's see where it was. 4. Should be able to get it out with this here without having to get the shovel, hopefully. Here we are. Oh yeah, here it is. Rusty. Is that another nail? Shocker, shocker. Let me clean it up real quick here. Without losing it, hopefully. Yeah, that cleaned up real nice. Oh, I think I bent it. Yeah, I did bend it. Oops. Wow. Okay. It's a very fragile nail then. There you have it. Next. This says it's right at the surface. I'm wondering if it's this thing. No, I don't think that's metal. Oh, look at that. It's from a door. Interesting. Makes you wonder, how the hell did this thing get out here? And why is it out here? I mean, we're fairly close to the buildings, but not really. I don't know. It's just kind of a strange item to find out here. Oh well, I'll take it. Next. This one says it's deep and the readings are all over the place. It says it's iron, then it says it's high, it's low, high, low. So there's no telling what this thing's gonna be. That is the thing that sucks about this sand being so fine, is that every time you take a pile out, it just all falls in like, it's like cratering. I don't even know what you call that. Let's see, this thing shouldn't be this deep. No, well, maybe. There's no wet sand that I've hit. But of course, there's always the chance I dug it out, so. Move my metal stuff out of the way. Here we are. Okay. That's saying it's a penny. And since it's consistently beeping, I would bet my bottom dollar that it's probably a penny. No, I shouldn't go that far. No, I wouldn't do that. But with as fine as the sand is, again, I should have brought my stupid sifter. It's gonna be tough to dig a penny out of this. Yeah, that sifter really would have helped a lot. No? Well, see, now it's saying I've shifted it, and it's still saying it's 5 bars down. What the hell, man? Should I just try to... I don't know. Maybe it is that deep. No dice? Probably dug it out. No. Well, it's moving, I guess. Sort of. Is it still 5 bars down? I think I'm gonna try. No, it says it's 4 now. So I think I'm making headway here. Oh, there it is. Jeez, talk about tough to freaking find. I think I got kind of lucky, actually. Because look, this thing doesn't read it until it's, what, a ½ inch? It's not reading it. But there's other metals that this thing will read like 2 inches away. That's gonna be 1997. I think. Pretty sure it reads 1997. All right, let's get to the next one. This one's saying it's right there. That's where the penny was. Right in there. Hopefully this one doesn't take that long. I like to try to start kind of gently and not swish it all over the place. Because it said it was right there, or somewhere right here. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Nice and easy, very gently. Ah, gum, probably Nicorette. Just some old gum wrapper. I'm glad I found that quickly. It's kind of disappointing to dig for 7 minutes and come up with just a gum wrapper. Bummer, dude, bummer. All right, next stop. Not gonna be it. Oh, I'm glad I went nice and easy on that one. That's a pretty small little screw there. All right, cool beans. This one could possibly be the first tent stake. Possibly. It had kind of a long reading, as if it were a stake, but can't be too sure. Oh, way up here? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just a little bit off. I don't know why I was given such a strong reading, though, for it being that little. And rusted. I mean, the rust is irrelevant, but... All right, well, I'll take it. Next. Yeah, come to think of it, the way that this sand is looking, it looks like as if the sea breeze that went through here earlier may have had some strong winds with it and just blew the sand around, because... I mean, I was out here yesterday. It was just completely filled with footprints. I mean, they could have brought out something to rake the beach or something with, but I'm doubting it. It could have just been some strong gusty winds that just blew the sand around and covered up most of these footprints, which is perfect for me. Really glad that the sand is as smooth as it is tonight. It is just like those are my footprints right there. They go all the way down. You can just see all the rows. Those are mostly mine for the most part. And those are the ones that I just made. Just kind of going up and down. It's one row to the next. All right. And here we go. Maybe. There. Nice and easy. Another nail, probably. Nope. Green. Maybe used to be part of a fence. Just taking a wild guess on that one. Here's the next. See how deep this is. 4. Up near the water here again. Oh, here we are. Bottle cap. A very rusty bottle cap. Just cleaning it a little bit. Get rid of some of the rust inside. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna find out. Just an old rusty bottle cap. All right, this may possibly be the last one. It was kind of slim pickings tonight, but I also got a bit of a late start. The sun had already set, it was almost all the way dark. It's getting on to be about, I don't know, it's probably about 8:45 when I got out here, something like that, but it's making its way to 10 p.m. And I'm also reaching a good land marker to leave off with. That way when I come back tomorrow, or well actually, speaking of tomorrow, I probably won't be coming back tomorrow because I've got stuff I got to do during the week this week. Didn't really have anything going on today, but I do for the next 3 days. So there is a decent chance I may find a way to come out for maybe an hour like I did last week. I think I came out maybe once or twice last week. But yeah, just putting that out there. If there's 2 or 3 people that look forward to seeing my metal detecting videos regularly, just giving you a forewarning that there might not be anything anytime between Tuesday and Thursday. Did I take it up? No. That's not it, because it said it's 4. Yeah, this... No, well, no, that's just a piece of wood. That's going to be a rock, yeah. Said it might be around over here. Or not. Maybe it's just deeper. I get the shovel out. Oh, you know what? Piling up the sand in the wrong spot. Trying to do it in a different location. That way, it'd be easier to get it out if I dug it up, which I'm probably doing. All right, let's try this again. What? Now you're saying you're way over here. I swear it was just saying it was right there. All right. I'll play along. Saying now it should be around, what was that, 4? Yeah, 4 bars. Yeah. Oh, here we are. In here somewhere. Oh, an earring. Really? Cool. Little earring. Clean my hands off a little bit. There we go. Nice. Obviously it's not real, but it's kind of a cool find. That's a good find to end the evening. But I do still have, after this pass, I'm almost done. Well, wait, grab my shovel. Don't want to lose that. I'm almost to this sand dune right here. That's where I got to get to. And then I'm gonna head back down to the water one last time, just down and back, and then I'm done for the night. Should, if I don't hit anything, it should probably take 5 minutes at the most. All right, just checking here before I turn around. All right, where'd my footprints go? Okay, got it, good to go. All right. Okay, that does it. There's the dune. Water's out that way, and if you are only here to watch me dig stuff up, you can go ahead and click off the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this little guy off here. All right, till next time. So fortunately, I don't have to walk a good far distance down the beach before I get to the exit. That palm tree that I mentioned, well, it's not really quite in the, it's not in the camera yet. Oh, yeah, right. Let me try to fix this focus here. All right, see if that helps. All right, I'll walk around this sand dune. You might see a flash of lightning. Let me try to carry this a little better. Directly ahead, there was some orange lightning flashing. I only saw one flash, so it could have just been a one-time thing. It's a good ways north of here, probably up in the Big Bend area, or maybe somewhere near Crystal River. Somewhere up there. But yeah, the moon's still out. Venus is still out. Okay, this should be, I think, yes, this will be it, I think. Yep. Let me turn down this light. It's a bit bright. All right, and I will make my way back home. Back to the car, at least. I'm gonna swing by 7-Eleven on the way home. I got me a newspaper to get. I subscribed to a newspaper, which I'm a bit excited about. I actually got a really good deal. It's like $5 a week. Like every single day, 7 days a week for $5 a week. And it's a paper that I subscribe to on social media. And I picked up one, kind of an impulse buy. It was like $3. Oh yeah, let me turn this off. There. It was kind of an impulse buy. But after reading it, I was like, damn, this thing is like 75 pages, packed full of stuff that I like legit actually read. And then I picked up another one about a week later, and same thing. I was like, all right, let's see how much it costs to subscribe to this thing. And the rest is history. So I'm gonna swing by 7-Eleven and grab that paper because my subscription, I think, technically starts tomorrow or something like that. So I didn't get today's. And yeah, it'll make for some good reading material. It takes me an hour to go get my daughter from school. It's like a half hour each way. So it'll be nice sitting at traffic lights because wherever y'all are from, you might have a similar circumstance where you don't really have any interstates, highways, freeways, whatever you call it, to travel to wherever you need to go to, pick up your kids or go to work or whatever. But I've got a bit of a stretch of highway. It's called US 19, but it takes like 15 minutes just to get to it. And then once I'm on it, I'm only on it for like 7 minutes. And then I hop right back off again and back to the city's surface streets. But it's traffic lights and traffic lights and traffic lights. Like Pinellas County is just chock full of traffic lights. So it takes a while. So when I'm chilling at the light, sometimes I just scroll around on Twitter while I'm waiting for the lights to turn green. I have one of those. It's kind of hard to explain, but I've got a windshield phone mount, but it's mounted up to the top left of my windshield. It's just in this perfect position where it's not blocking my view of the windshield, but it's also in the right position where I could rest my elbow on the door frame, like where the window rolls down, and just at a perfect position to just scroll. So I figured, you know what? I'll just bring the paper with me. I'll go old school, man. I'm gonna go old fashioned. I'm gonna be the guy that's sitting at a stoplight reading the newspaper, just in the corner of my eye, trying to catch a glimpse of it, see if it turns green. Hopefully don't get honked at this time. Yeah, it's nice having a paper. They I may have mentioned that earlier, but like, unlike social media, articles and newspapers don't mysteriously get deleted after a couple of weeks. They don't get mysteriously redacted after a day or two. All those typical things that happens on. I see that dude roll by all the time. I got more LEDs on my car than he does. I got LEDs under the underbody. I got 8 of them in the wheel wells, those rock lights. I got running board lights, you can change any color. And I've got 4 different sets of LED lights in my front grille, changed any color. I've got 2 sets on my spoiler, any color. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the back of my car on the interior. 2 in the trunk, 4 like around the trunk. But even with all that said, people almost hit me all the time. It's ridiculous. Like, you might as well be hitting the freaking sun. But yeah, it's nice to have a paper and to be able to, I don't know, I'm sentimental, especially when it comes to dates and stuff like that, like newspaper articles, If I find, like, if I'm digging through a box and I just find just something wrapped in newspaper from like 20 years ago, I'm more fascinated at the newspaper than I am whatever it's wrapped in. First thing I look for is the date, because it just fascinates me when things are like that newspaper. You know, it takes you back to that year. It's like, wow, what was I doing that year? Like, man, it was so long ago. Wow, that's cool. But if you dig through, if you're a collector, or, well, I guess a hoarder, if you're collecting newspapers, I think it's safe to say that you're a hoarder. Maybe. But, I mean, I'm probably going to hang on to mine. I mean, why not? You can use it to wrap up your dishes. But that'd be cool to just pick one up from, like, 10 years old or whatever, and just see it there. And none of the articles are deleted. None of them are changed. None of them are suppressed by the search engines and search algorithms. It's just black and white. It's just a book. It might as well be a book. That is one thing I like about a newspaper. Because, yeah, they do. They change articles all the time. They'll add stuff. They'll take stuff out. They're not supposed to, but they totally do. I actually parked down further. Yeah, I keep forgetting that there's parallel parking on the other side of the road, like where that van's at, where those cars are. I need to come back by this way and look over there. Try to parallel park over on the other side of the road. And then that way, I could park a lot closer, because this is a walk. All right, bring my bike next time. And over that, there's the Fort Knox again. I'm sure the sign, yeah, it probably can't even, oh yeah, it can, picking it up a little bit. That's cool. There's the bar again, Fort Knox. Never been, but I've driven by it 1,000 or more times. Now, if anybody asks me, where would a bar that I would go to here on the beach? It's a place called Mahuffers. Mahuffers. It's in Indian Shores. It's really close to where I live. Alcohol is really cheap. They might have changed it, but this is a really old school dive bar kind of place. I mean, they go and they get ice every morning. They pack coolers. They stick bottles of beer into the coolers. There's nothing on tap. It's just bottles of beer. Bottles of beer. And they serve alcohol too, or liquor. They serve liquor. They don't have a full bar, but they got enough. If you're into tequila, they have Cabo Wabo. So, I mean, they've got the mid-level stuff. I don't think they have Patron. I don't think they're up on that level. But it's very much a dive bar atmosphere. There's thousands of pictures all over the wall, thousands of dollar bills everywhere, thousands of like underwear and bras and all kinds of crazy shit. That whole bar is just covered in just fire hazard material. It's insane. You should, if you're not interested in this area, you should at least look up the pictures online. Gulf Boulevard and Park Boulevard, Mahuffers. That place is crazy. But it's fun, and it's really cheap. Very cheap. All right, here's my car, so I'm gonna end the video now. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.